All right, what's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back. Let's get right into the Dying Light 2 news, which is related to their first paid story DLC. And this comes from IGN, not from Techland themselves, but from IGN, which I guess could be a trusted source when it comes to things gaming related. So this is what they said, guys. Let me pull it up on the screen here. From IGN today, Dying Lights 2 first story expansion won't add anything beyond the game's ending and will take place sideways to the main events. When I first read this, guys, it was kind of like a what the F moment for me, because when you read this, it's like two parts to it, and we're going to try to break this down and give you my thoughts. But it says Dying Light 2's first story expansion won't add anything beyond the game's ending. So that tells us two things: that the DLC is a story expansion, not a map expansion, not like the following, and it's not going to add anything beyond the game's ending, which is kind of disappointing, because I know a lot of you guys were hoping that this DLC may pick up from your ending in your game, and that would be badass if it did, because there's several different endings. So if you could pick it up, that would be really cool, but it looks like they're not going in that direction. So what could that exactly mean, guys? Like, what direction is this DLC going? Then it adds, it will take place sideways to the main events in the story. Again, what the hell does that mean, that this thing is going to take place sideways to the main events of the story? So this is what I got, man. This is either like cut content that was already there and they're adding into the story. Maybe we're going to have a new game plus by June when this thing comes out, and you got to replay the story over, and it's just cut content that's basically added into it. Or this is what I'm thinking is the most probable answer to this, is maybe you play as a different character. Maybe you're not playing as Aiden, but you're playing as Lawan and one of these other characters that are in the game, and you get a whole different perspective of the story. So this DLC that's coming up is really story based. For all these people out there, all you guys that thought we may get an expansion in the map, I don't know. From what I'm reading here, I'm not even sure we're going to get an expansion into the map itself, which would be very, very disappointing if that happened, guys. This sounds like a story expansion, and maybe you play as a different character. I mean, it could still work. It could still be good. I need to get more info to make my final judgment on this, but this is not very promising news for me personally when I read this. And again, it's just from IGN, and things can change, so we got to kind of see what happens. Take it for a grain of salt, I guess. But yeah, maybe you play as a different character. I guess that'd be pretty cool. I don't know, play as Lawan or something, and you kind of go from her point of view, her aspect of things. I don't know, something like that, or it's maybe cut content. That's all I got, really, guys. So let me know what you think, though, because a lot of times you guys' comments definitely help lead in the right direction of things, of what it may be. So this is IGN coming out, giving a pretty good insight on what to expect with the new DLC. And we also got from Techland that the first DLC is not going to be huge because the base game is already big. Maybe they just meant the base story is already big. I don't know. I was really hoping we're going to get an expansion at the first DLC, but that may not be the case. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. Definitely drop a like, subscribe to the channel for future Dying Light 2 content. Let me know what you think about all this, and I'll see you next one.